Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is going to be on one that aired on High Dive. On my previous video that I released, I explained High Dive is releasing more than usual, and this is one of those. This was called Your Boy Kongming, and this is actually a interesting one, but not sure what directions they're going to take it after this, to be honest. For now, you can find it on High Dive. One episode is out, another one will be out next week, so on and so forth, right? Before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for those getting me at 4,700. Let's keep growing and let's see how far we can go this month. Your boy Kongming is one of many first impression videos that I'm going to give for you guys this season, so make sure you guys don't miss all those videos. One is already out, more will be coming out today, and then a lot more will be coming out next week as well. So make sure you don't miss those videos and give some love to my channel by commenting and liking. Okay, so Your Boy Kongming is an anime following the life of this man Kongming, who was essentially the man who was trying to get the three kingdoms in China together, and he dies at an old age, and essentially his last wish is to be in a peaceful world, and he is basically isekai'd into the future, or he's reborn into the future in Japan. Now he shows up during Halloween, so he kind of gets the idea that he might be in hell, because you know everyone has disguises and he doesn't know what's going on. But eventually, through some comical relief, he ends up at a club and he hears this girl sing and he falls in love with her voice. And then afterwards, he approaches her. Now, this is before we see her be all down and sad because she doesn't feel like anyone likes her music. But then he approaches her and says, "Man, your music was great. I loved it. You have an angel's voice," etc., etc. Or actually, no, he calls her hell demoness or something like that, because he thinks he's in hell. So anyways, he gets hammered, and this girl after work finds him in the streets and decides to take him in for the night because it's her one fan, right? So he finally wakes up the next day and she's trying to help him out with the hangover, and he is in shock of what's going on. You know, every little thing in the room, he's asking, what does this do? Why do we have this? Etc., etc. And it finally hits him that he is in the future. He sees himself in the mirror and he is not his old self. He's actually his young self in the future. And the girl is very much confused. I don't think even till the end of this episode she believes that he is from the past. But he insists that he is. And she shows him, essentially, through her phone, the history of what happened to China, because he wants to know. And that kind of hits him hard. She goes and leaves and comes back, and he's pretty down because his kingdom fell. His kingdom fell, and basically everything that he knew of China does not exist, is not remembered, is not known by most people. And you know, it almost felt like everything that he did was for nothing. Although we know that this man did set up what China is now, he basically set it up to be what it is, but not the case. She finally comes back. He's all bummed, but then decides that he's in the future, he needs to live his life, he needs to do the best out of it, and asks her to help him get a job. And he gets a job as a bartender in the club that she works in, and happens to be that bartender is, the club manager is a like fanatic of Chinese history, and I don't think he also believes him that he's the same guy from the past, but at least believes that he is a guy who knows his history well enough to act like the person from the past. So again, Kongming, I don't think anyone believes that he's actually from the past, only himself. And he ends up being a good bartender, and again, the girl sings and we get another song from her. I think we get like 3 songs in total from her in the entire episode, and Kongming praises her, and that's really the nutshell the first episode. It's more and different from what I was expecting from this series. Like I said, this girl sang 3 songs, and she sang 3 songs. It wasn't like she sang and then your people were talking in the background and we got, you know, a plot story like that. No, we actually sat down and saw her sing and perform 3 times. Now, obviously not every song went the full way through, but I want to say at least 5 or 6 minutes of the entire episode was her just singing, which, you know, is not an idol anime, but it definitely has a lot more music than I expected it to be. Secondly, I expected him to be more freaked out and maybe it be a little bit more of a comical in the sense that he was going to be completely lost. We didn't get that of him a lot in this episode because obviously the girl helped him out through the world and all that, but I don't know, I just expected different from it. Out of 10, I would say this is probably a 6.5 for now. Might go lower, might go higher depending on the season. Wasn't really hooked, which is the other thing to it. So watch it if you think you might enjoy it. It is, I think, comedy and drama. It has a little bit of both, and the historical figure as well. So, oh well. Let me know if you've seen it and what your thoughts are on it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'll be making maybe another video for you guys today, and I'll talk to you guys later. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.